Hi, my name is Maggie Sita, and I'm a marine science undergraduate at California State University, Monterey Bay. Today, I'm going to be talking about the use of external lighting on ROVs when creating 3D models to look at the marine ecology of artificial substrate. I want to take you to Monterey Bay, California. Monterey Bay is home to the Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary. Established in 1992, it has over 6,000 square miles of ocean and is one of the nation's largest marine sanctuaries. It has over 400 vessel losses, and these are called maritime heritage sites, and they're dedicated due to their historical, cultural, or archaeological significance. The staff of the sanctuary is tasked with monitoring these sites, knowing their status, if they're deteriorating, if they're damaged, and what grows on them, as well as doing public outreach. Today's technology allows us to use ROVs to go beyond recreational diving depths, where a lot of these sites are, and the use of 3D photogrammetry to create 3D models, which can be used in monitoring ecology and would be a wonderful way to get the public involved through virtual realities of these sites. So let's talk robots. This is an ROV, or remotely operated vehicle, which can be safely piloted from the surface past recreational diving limits. In this study, I used structure for motion photogrammetry, which is where photos, 2D images are taken around the object of interest and stitched together to make a 3D model. So going from ROV video, which we have here, we can end up with a 3D model. And this is of an Amtrak. Here we can see the wheel right here and the track here. So from this 3D model, I selected some screenshots of organisms that we're able to identify on this wreck. Here we have two species of sea stars and a species of sea anemone. So I want to know, how do lighting and composition affect model fidelity? And in this case, fidelity is the accuracy and precision with which we can take what we see on the seafloor and recreate it in a 3D model. As we get deeper, color shifts and it gets darker. Here in the shallows, we have a lot of true color. Mid-depth, it's more blues and greens, and deep, it's black, unless you bring your own lights. This creates problems when taking video to use in 3D models. So we need to bring lights down with the ROV. A problem with this is that light reflects off particulates suspended in the water, which we have a lot of here in Monterey Bay, and is collected in the video. This is called backscatter, and it makes for blurry images. One way to minimize this is to move the lights away from the camera axis, like using arms seen in this underwater housing on the right. An issue with this is that it can be an entanglement hazard if piloting in an area with kelp or near a wreck, and can really limit maneuverability if there's current or surge. So I want to create and test a system, an external lighting system, that provides accurate colors and high resolution while minimizing backscatter, and also makes minimal entanglement and maneuverability risks. And this optimal solution may differ depending on the conditions. So in the preliminary data testing, a PVC frame was built with the dimensions of the front of the ROV, and arms were attached with external lighting of robotics deep sea lumen lights. And the GoPro here is in the same position as the GoPro on the ROV. So in this very first data collection, 2 angles were tested. And here are the images taken from the video associated with each angle. So while both images have backscatter, we can see that this one more clearly illuminates the subject. And going forward, we need to test more angles and different subjects to determine the best angle combination to minimize backscatter and most clearly light these subjects for 3D modeling. So the importance of this is, going forward, not only monitoring these sites and looking at their ecology, but looking at the change over time, and looking at the decomposition rates and the population ecology on different substrates. It could also be looked at, we have the maritime heritage sites within the Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary, and comparing the ecology of the benthic organisms on those sites to artificial substrates outside of a protected area. And then use in this whole crazy pandemic world, instead of going to the field, we have a lot of capabilities with these 3D models to analyze them and make these observations from home, which especially right now is important. So I want to give a big thank you to the NOAA CCME program, the Ecosystem Electronics Lab, and UROC for all their support. And thank you for watching my video.